Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. It is really an absolute pleasure to be going live again. I had a goal, if you guys remember me mentioning last week, a goal of posting daily for 31 days, and that was the challenge for Levadah. And then, and then I caught a big attitude, y'all. Just being fully transparent. I caught an attitude and I was mad at America, and I kind of talked about it a little bit with the bill that was passed. It chafed my hide a little bit, because of what I live for. And what I feel like I live for is to see people live well, to see people enjoy life, and to feel supported and encouraged and loved on. And that bill, that says nothing to me about love. That says nothing to me about community, which is what America is. Like, we're tiny pockets of communities all spread around, and in this nation, like our heritage, the background, which is so much about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and just making a lot of people unhappy, breaking up families, taking away resources, pulling the legs from under people that need support and stability. That really bothered me. And then the next day was Independence Day, which is when we were supposed to be celebrating America and our independence and the growth and the development of this nation that claimed independence from an oppressive nation. And it was like, ooh, 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 this does not feel good. So I had big feelings. And then the next day was my son's birthday, and I was like trying to recalibrate, just being really vulnerable. I was trying to take a moment and do some repair and do some improvement and some checking myself. I had this big, ugly blow up argument with my friend too following it. And I was like, ooh, Levadah. Oh, this is not abundance, honey. This is not abundance. This is frustration. This is fear. This is scarcity. This is pain and anguish. Like, that's not the abundance that you're supposed to be leading with. And then I think even in that same conversation that I was having with my friend, I got checked on what my assignment is. And Levadah Davenport's assignment is to lead with love. Ooh, here comes my human. Yes, Brave? Hungry. Mommy's recording. I'll be down in a bit. There's some green beans for you. Excuse me for that. Leading with love. But that was where I was. And so where I am now is, as long as I am walking in love, then I find I do have the bandwidth and capacity to do the assignments that I'm called to do. Even getting on this camera and sharing what this vision is that I've received and doing it consistently. So I want to first give my apologies for the lack, the inconsistency. That is not who I am choosing to be. Who I am choosing to be is someone that does speak and step with full full authenticity and complete truth and compassion and abundance, which is love. So, excuse my human moment. I'm gonna have human moments though, right? As a human, as we all are. And also, I thank you for sticking with me. Even more importantly, sticking with me on this journey for next steps and what we're trying to do. So I did have a whole calendar laid out for what the topics were that I wanted to share with you guys. So Levadah Day, I believe I shared with you already. Levadah Day is not a play on Levadah. Levadah Day actually means insurance, or to make certain in Hebrew. And what we're making certain of is that people have access to abundance. And we want people to have access to abundance in a few key areas. And over the next few weeks, I'm going to be sharing more about what abundance even is, right? And I'd love to hear from you about what you see abundance as. And maybe what some barriers are that might be keeping you from abundance. And I'll be sharing more ways about specifically how Levadah Day is pursuing that abundance in the areas of health, education, relationship, and ownership. And we call that hero, right? And that health, education, relationship, and ownership hero, we live that every day. And I can say that authentically for myself as I am living my hero every day. I am living a posture of health and attunement to my health, and an attunement to how I'm feeling and what I'm doing and how I'm doing what I'm doing. And as I am educating myself, I am filling my mind with the things that I need to understand to do the work that I want to do in this life, and to do it well. And as I'm building my relationships, and even as relationships go through tumultuous times, I'm being authentic and showing up as myself, and also honoring other people where they are, and ownership and taking accountability for this space that I take up in this world and in this life. And as I am living that authentically, then I'm inviting you guys to live and walk that with me authentically, as Levadah Day tribe. Like we are, I believe that is, that is so important. What I want to do real quick is I want to take you guys on a quick trip with me. So I invite you to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to think about April 2027. In April of 2027, my expectation, what we're expecting to see, is a completed renovation of a school on Detroit's east side that has been vacant, that now is prepared to take in residents, 60 families that are able to provide each other with support and with love. Their children are engaging and plan and talking to one another. The parents feel safe and supported, and their kids are feeling that confidence in where they are. And these families, there's full ranges of families, from our elder generations to little babies, that are safe. There's community garden in the back and on the roof. There is a wellness center right in their residence, right on the first floor of their building. This wellness center is a space where people can get checkups and check-ins regularly, but also that they're able to utilize a birthing center right on site, that the community is able to engage with these families. There's a large playground in the back. The neighbors are interacting, talking to each other, enjoying one another's company. There is a restaurant on the first floor where local chefs are able to come in and create community meals, both teaching people how to cook, but also sharing food with the community. And it's optional. You don't have to. You have your own kitchen. They have their own kitchens in their own homes, but they have this option to, if they want to engage with their neighbors and just have dinner together, talk about life after they've come home from work. They don't have to worry about having to figure out how to feed their family or cook a meal. It's an option. And after they eat, they can go to the auditorium and watch a movie with their family, or go back to their rooms, their homes, their apartments, 1-bedroom apartments, 2 bedrooms, 3-bedroom apartments, whichever they reside in. And as they rest, they feel safe. They feel excited about tomorrow, grateful for the space that they're in. And they wake up and they go back about it again. That's what I see. That is one of the many experiences that I look forward to helping create for families on Detroit's East Side. It's one of the goals that we have, where people are thriving in their community. They are feeling supported. They are enjoying where they live, who they live around. That's what abundance is, as we define it. And so I thank you for going on that trip with me. That plan, we are working on bringing it to life. That plan is something that is not, that's not necessarily the lifestyle that's on Detroit's East Side right now, but there are people who are in this community that do want that. And Levadah is going to help bring it alive for them. And so that kind of gives you a picture. That aspect of health where they feel good about the life that they're experiencing. That aspect about education where you can learn where you live, things that you want to learn and experience for your future. I'm all sweaty. I got all excited. Relationships, that you're working well and enjoying the people around you. And ownership, that belongs to you. That's your space. That feels good. That's what we're looking to create for Levadah. And so that supports our core values. That supports the vision that we have. And this experience, we want to make it so that it is not just for that one building, but we want to do this in multiple spaces around Detroit. So if that's something that you're interested in, like if you're like, hey, I want to help people live well too. I want to live well. I invite you to support us. I invite you to take up arms with us to create that community, because a reality is, with that big ugly bill that passed, we need each other more than ever. 2027, that's when we'll see these changes enacted. That's when we will we will need to make sure that we don't have a dependency on our government to help us to feel good about where we live. And it's not to say that we necessarily have that already, but I know a lot of people in Detroit that don't really feel good about where they live and how they're living. And so, thank you. Thank you for listening to that with me. I'm going to pause here because it's 8:05 now. Thank you for so much for spending this. I think it's been about 20 minutes with me. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm in a better place with the therapy and everything. Excuse me if I give too much information. Like, that's me. That's me. That's where I am. That's what I am doing. And I want others to feel comfortable in who they are too. Because you are worthy of being permitted to take up space. You are worthy, and you could take it by force. I'm kind of taking it by force right here. But you shouldn't have to. You are welcome. And Levadah is a community where people should know, will know, they are welcome. You show up as you are. You are invited to do the work that you want to do in yourself to help you live abundantly. So yeah, okay, that's enough. I love y'all so much. Oh, you so much. You see these posters, the little world poster right here, and a little America poster over there. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. This is for abundance, for this world we live in. And we're not stopping on Detroit's east side, but we're starting here. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Y'all be encouraged, okay?